Okay, the banana split smoothie. Delicious. It's got 1 frozen banana, a decent handful of frozen cherries, a little bit of dark chocolate, like a couple squares, and then I added milk and water. And that's it. And it tastes amazing. We are in the kitchen making mole verde con puerco. What is puerco? Do you know?
With pork.
Oh, okay. We're not doing that one, I suppose, then.
Yeah. Her recipe has pork spine in it, and I am not eating a pork spine.
Not eating pork spine, huh? Okay.
But it's very authentic, which, I can respect that.
So in this food processor, which several of you have asked for links to this food processor, I've put it in the description box quite frequently. I'll do it this time too. We love this food processor. It's such a good buy. It's been going strong after, what, like 4 years of use now?
Yeah.
Yeah, love it. So we have onion, tomato, garlic, peppers, tomatillos, putting in some cumin as we speak. Good morning, everyone. I am up a little bit later than usual today for my walk. It's like 8:30. Typically like to get started around 7:30, but I have today and tomorrow and of course the weekend off of work. Good morning, everyone. I am back from my walk, getting dressed. I put on McCall's 8030 today. It's just such a comfortable dress. I love it so much. I really want to make it again as a top. Like, how cute would that be tucked into some jeans, right? So yeah, I'm off work today and tomorrow. I've not taken any time off, honestly, like all summer long, and it's been very, very busy, as I've mentioned in previous videos. I did take 1 extra day off with my bachelorette party, but other than that, I've taken no time off really since spring. So I'm taking off today and tomorrow, planning on having a super loungy, just relaxing few days to like honestly just do nothing. I'm gonna be like lounging, sewing. You guys saw the project I cut out recently. I'm excited to start on that. Cuddling with the cats, eating good food, just a lot of like the usual stuff I do, but at a slower pace and some resting time, because I feel like I just really need to take a little breather before going back to my endless to-do list, which, by the way, I'm such a list person. I have I think I just counted 33 items on my list, and in the past week I have checked off like half of them, so like 17-ish. It feels really good to be getting things done, but it's just never ending right now. Hey guys, it's been like 2 blissful hours of snuggling with Mika on the couch, catching up on episodes of Love Island. I already know how it ends because I cheat and look it up on Instagram, because we don't get the episodes in real time over here the way that you guys do over in the UK. So I already know who wins, and I'm really excited about it because it's who I really wanted to win the series already. So even though they're not like Paige is my favorite, so spoiler alert, Paige is like my favorite person in this season. I think she's amazing, but I don't think that her and Adam were together long enough to like know if they would be the winners of Love Island. So I'm excited for who wins. But yeah, I've just been watching Love Island for 2 hours. I'm thinking about taking a little break to make myself some lunch. It's about 1:30 now, and then maybe I'll sew on my Sicily slip dress for a little bit. I did cut that out, as I mentioned. Hopefully I cut it out well. We shall see. I'm going to be really careful when stitching it together because it is silk charmeuse that I'm using, and yeah, I just have to consider like my stitch length and making sure I use like a ton of pins when I'm doing the seaming, and yeah, we'll see. Anyway, I've been thinking about pausing on my lounging to do some sewing because we all know how much I love sewing, but I don't know. I also can't pry myself up from my precious baby, so eventually food is gonna win out in this situation because I am really hungry and I can't decide if I'm gonna order something or not because we don't really have, I didn't buy stuff for my lunch meal prep this week. I just totally forgot about it. So I've been just eating leftovers and anything I can scrounge for here. So I might order something instead. Hello everyone. I am out in the Black House garden doing a little bit of watering. I'm trying to salvage what I can. We'll see what happens when wedding rolls around, but for now, I'm trying to be better about watering. It is supposed to rain tonight, but I decided to go ahead and water anyway because I'm not sure if it's gonna rain, but yeah, it's looking quite jungly out here. Everything is really green. There's just not that many flowers. These are all like seed dahlias right here. More seed dahlias, rudbeckia. Nothing's planted on this trellis actually right now, ever since the sweet peas finished. I think this spot was a little too shady for sweet peas. The sweet peas over there though did really, really well. I have roses, my clematis right there. I'm hoping I have lots of this nicotiana for the wedding because it just looks so beautiful and wispy in the vase. This is a vining black-eyed Susan. Those big fat leaves right there are hollyhocks that I'm hoping will come up, but if they haven't flowered by this point in the season, they probably won't. I'm guessing again because there's not enough sun in that area. This whole garden was like a big experiment though, so you know, got some more dahlias there, but again, no flowers. The zinnias are doing really well actually. This is a variety called Isabellina. It's like a buttery yellow, although it looks really bright on camera. Another climbing rose, which I need to get a support for. Zinnias, more nicotiana, dahlias. Yeah, we'll see. We will see. Letting my seed pods dry out on my sweet peas, and hopefully so I can collect those to save the seed for next year. I have a whole bunch that I've already collected upstairs, so hopefully I'll have some good seed harvest for next year. Good morning, everyone. It is day 2 of my little resting self-care staycation. It is like 7:15 right now and I'm getting ready to go outside to do my walk. Just wanted to tell you about these leggings because I've tried it all when it comes to leggings, like fancy or not, but these are from Amazon, which normally I do not buy clothes from Amazon, but when an influencer I follow recommended them so highly about how comfortable they are, and you can see they're like really high-waisted, I decided to give them a go. And oh my gosh, these leggings feel so supportive, so soft, and so comfortable. I just like had to tell you about them because I've been using them now exclusively. I got rid of all of my other leggings and have been using these exclusively now for, I don't know, like probably almost a year at this point. So I'm gonna tell you about them too because I really, really love them. I cannot recommend them enough. They're so comfortable. Like I said, just like extremely soft, supportive, stretchy, comfortable, everything you want in a legging. This is it. And it's from Amazon, so they're very inexpensive. I will say though, I don't love that they're from Amazon. Full disclosure, I don't, but if it works, it works. And I've had like everything from, you know, like bougie, like I've tried all the bougie leggings, let's just say that, and these are my most favorite ones, so it is what it is. I'll leave them linked in the description box for you. As for sports bras, I tend to just go for really basic cotton ones. No, they're not as cute as like all of the athleisure fabric style ones, but I feel like I feel like athletic fabrics make me sweat more, whereas the cotton ones just are really absorbent and comfortable and soft. So I'm all about comfort when it comes to sportswear. I don't really care as much about like how I look in it, but yeah, so just cotton sports bras and these amazing leggings. Just finishing up my walk. Went over to the Arbor Garden to water over there. It didn't rain last night, so I went ahead and watered today. Everything is still not looking good, but I did a huge like haircut of the whole thing, trying to trim off all the dead foliage, remove dead plants. I've been trying to water consistently, so maybe I'll have some flowers, not sunflowers, some flowers by September. We'll see. Hopefully. You know the mosquitoes are bad when you literally are like full body coverage to water anything over there. Oh my gosh, they're so terrible. There's no standing water though, like in that garden. So there must be another, like I said, it's like on a shared driveway, and then behind our backyards of this block, there's all the other backyards of the next block kind of butt up. So I don't know, maybe somebody has a pool, like I don't know. But there's no standing water in our like block of gardens, so I'm not sure. But there are so many mosquitoes, they are so bad. And I am somebody that mosquitoes like love me, and my bites get enormous, like golf ball, baseball size, sometimes size. It doesn't like hurt me, I feel like I've been to the doctor to like check and make sure it's okay. When I was little, they said I just have more of a reaction to it, so my bites get like huge. So rather than dealing with a bunch of bug bites, I usually try to like go over there and like fully covered up before watering anything. All right, day 2 of rest and relaxation. I am planning on planting myself on that couch and snuggling with this one all day. It is really hard for me to not do anything. Like, and I know that that's such a toxic way of thinking about rest. Like, we need rest, otherwise we get so burned out like I feel right now. But even just laying on the couch, relaxing, resting, I feel so guilty when I do it. Like, I have to be sewing, I have to be doing something productive, I have to, you know what I mean? It's just like, yeah, so I have these 4 days off. I told myself I'm taking at least 1, maybe 2 days to just rest. And then I have the whole weekend after that. What? Mika has other ideas. Apparently Mika wants to sew. So I've been thinking about this wedding dress thing, actually, looking at this fabric I have in my stash. I really want to sew this wedding dress. I should go to Mood and get the fabrics today if I'm gonna do that. I mean, they're open tomorrow and Sunday too. I could go then, but am I being crazy by trying to sew a whole wedding dress in a month and a half? Yes. I feel like it's a project I really want to do, and it's something I can only do like, you know, this time in my life. You know, when else am I gonna have an opportunity to do it? But I do feel like I might be taking on a bit much with it, and it's an expensive project too, so I don't want to go and spend, you know, like $300 to $400 probably on silk, organza, and you know, other fabrics that I need, especially in quantities that I would need for a wedding dress, if I'm not sure if I'm gonna make it or not. So I've still just been kind of like waffling, like, yes, I like want to make this dress because I think it would be so fun. Yes, I'm here. Because I think it would be so fun, but it's also just such a busy time in my life. Like, I'm not even keeping up with the stuff I need to be doing right now anyway. So I'm gonna sit on it for a little bit. I'm gonna have a think. Hopefully I'll make a decision by the end of the day today. Andrew is normally like extremely gung-ho and supportive of anything that I want to do all the time, but even he was like, I don't know, you know, like, you seem pretty stressed as it is. Like, is this something that you want to do right now? Like, he's going to support me no matter what decision I make, of course, but it's still just like, even when he has a little bit of like, I don't know, then maybe I should like rethink it just a little bit. We'll see. Anyway, I have no makeup on. right now, but I'm thinking about putting a face mask on, heavily lotioning my feet and putting some thick socks on to do like a little foot mask. Oh, my outfit today. This is another Etoile dress by French Poetry Patterns. To be honest, I don't really wear this one that much because the fabric choice, I love the print. I think the print is super pretty, but the colors in it I don't think really suit me very much. I can't decide. I typically go for like darker fabrics or like, but lately I have been leaning into the pastels. I've been liking the pastels a lot. So I don't know, maybe I'll change my mind about it, but it is just like a different fabric kind of color for me. And if I'm picking between this one or my navy one, I've made the dress lots of times for like hacking with, but this one and my navy one are the only ones that are like the Etoile dress, just like outright as it is designed. I usually reach for the navy one first. So yeah, that's the situation there, but it is a really cute and comfortable dress pattern, perfect for summer. Guys, I just saw a gorgeous Rose Cafe bustier project on Instagram. I've made that pattern so many times, I love it. And I'm going to use it if I make this wedding dress. And now after seeing it, now I feel like I really want to make it. I really want to make the wedding dress. I just want to make it. The heart wants what it wants, you know? I can't help it. Let's do it. Let's make a wedding dress. What in the world am I doing? I just ordered 11 yards of organza in 2 different colors. One of them I got satin faced organza and the other one was just plain organza. The satin faced is opaque, so I need something to be like a liner for the just very see-through organza that I'm gonna get. Yeah, I'm excited to take you guys along with me on the process of making this. I just feel like sewing is, yes, it's like a big project to do before my wedding, but I have no more like extended out of town plans. I have one big project that I need to, a professional project that I need to finish up this month, and it's so close to the deadline. Gosh, work has just been crazy this summer. So after that, really, it's like the coast is clear to work on this. And I also find sewing relaxing. It's what I do in my spare time. It's what I do to recharge. I look crazy right now. Hold on. Okay, I'm sorry. You know when you've just been like feeling like you've been looking like scrubbed for far too long and you're like, you know what, it takes me 20 minutes to get ready. Let me just put on some hair and makeup and like feel better and look better and, you know, whatever. Anyway, so as I was saying, sewing is relaxing for me, you know, and there's no other time that I'm gonna be able to do a project like this in my life, you know? So like, I feel like I should just embrace the messy and do it because I really want to, and it's what my heart wants to, or at least that's what I'm telling myself, and you guys will be along for the journey to see how it turns out. I am going to use the Rose Cafe bustier top bodice of that dress pattern. I've used it so many times, but I love it. It's very similar to the other wedding dress that I did not pick. With some modifications, which I'm also going to make for it. Has like a very super deep, like plunging neckline in it. So yeah, it should be fun. I'm going to attempt to do boning in it this time though, because I've not done any boning with that project before. And to be honest, that bodice does not fit me perfectly. I've made it several times and know what I need to do to tweak it to fit right, or just size down on the cups because it's really like it fits around my body. Although I'm thinking, and I measured myself recently, and my measurements have changed. But anyway, okay, I need to just like have a think about that. These fabrics are so precious and very expensive. So yeah, I mean, it's nothing compared to the cost of a wedding dress, but yeah, I think I bought 2 different colors of organza. One of them was satin backed, and it's a darker, like kind of like taupey color to use as like the under part. And then the overlay is gonna be like an antique white, kind of ivory-ish color organza to lay over top of that, and that one's like a normal organza that's like see-through. I'll show it all when it gets here, but I'm very excited about it, and I'm thinking I'm probably gonna buy some appliques as well. I don't know if you guys have heard of the Etsy shop Mary Not Martha, but it's a fantastic resource for appliques of any kind. She's got so much gorgeous stuff on that Etsy shop, so I highly recommend that. I'll leave it linked in the description box for you. Please don't buy up all of the ivory ones because I'm gonna need some for my own wedding dress, thanks. All right, it's about 4 o'clock and I've decided to get started on sewing the Sicily slip dress by Sewing Mason. I'm excited about this one. Like I said, it's a new color for me and also a different fabric. I don't really typically go for silk charmeuses, and I don't typically go for like this kind of gold color. Although despite that, and I'm literally wearing brown right now. I like brown, but it's just this very shiny gold is different for me, but I think it'll look really good on my skin tone. I have a slightly more olivey skin tone because I'm half Lebanese. So yeah, I'm excited. It's gonna be a fun project, and I've been wanting to make this dress again for a while. I made a top, like I said, a long time ago, and it's just so clever. The construction is really clever, so I'm hoping I did a good job cutting it out. I'm trying not to shift the fabrics around too much over here, but yeah, let's get started. To show you, this is what I mean about how clever the design of the Sicily slip dress is. So when you pin, actually this one's folded over because it's the front piece, so the facing is like integrated into the pattern piece, but when you are sewing the armhole, you sandwich the strap up in the top corner so that when you turn it inside out, it's like automatically finished for you, like on the front. Isn't that so clever? I just love that design. I did change the cowl a little bit. I'm hoping I did it correctly. Let me show you what I did on the pattern piece instead of that. So this is the front of the Sicily slip dress. This right here is the facing, so this is what gets folded over like I just showed you. And then this right here, because the strap kind of gets sandwiched between these two things right here, this right here is what creates the cowl. But on the top that I've already made, this cowl is like a little too wide, so when it drapes it makes too much of a deep V for like my aesthetic preference. It's a gorgeous shape, it's a great dress, but for my aesthetic preference I kind of want a cowl that's a little more shallow and not so V-shaped. So in order to do that, again, I'm just kind of guessing here, I have to kind of reduce the width right here. So when I cut out this pattern piece, I just trimmed off this excess right here, and hopefully removing kind of like this wedge out of the neckline will make for a shallower cowl because there's not as much fabric that will drape down to the center, if that makes sense. So we'll see if it works. That's kind of the approach I took, and I'm excited to see how it turns out. The more I look at this color, the more I love it, and I understand what previous me was thinking when I ordered this fabric color. It is a really gorgeous color. I cannot wait to try this on. I think it's gonna be such a like sexy, pretty date night dress. I also shortened the dress quite a bit. I think it's like slightly below the knee, I want to say, as drafted, but I wanted something that was a little bit shorter above the knee. So I think I chopped off around 7 inches from it. So it'll be kind of like a shorter, slinky dress. Hello, sweetness. Hello. What you doing? Hello from Prospect Park. So what did you make us for dinner?
Le Franche sandwich.
The Franche sandwich. So we're in the park close to the Prospect Park band shell, which is over there. Prospect Park does a series of concerts in the summertime. Some of them are free and some of them are paid for. Erykah Badu is performing tonight. I've seen her like 4 times, so I didn't really feel the need to like buy a ticket for it. But if you sit in the park, as plenty of people do, you can hear the music just fine. And so she's one of my all-time favorite performers. I love her music so much. It's so good. So we are getting together with a couple of our friends, Lindsay and Vince, who will be here soon. So I texted my friends, Lindsay and Vince, and they're gonna come and meet us. And Andrew made us his French sandwich, and they're bringing snacks, and we brought some wine. And yeah, so it's gonna be a lovely evening, chilling with friends and listening to Erykah Badu's concert. I would love a glass of wine. Thank you. What do we have today?
We have, I'm not going to attempt to pronounce this.
Kumisha Cabernet. Oh, the whole reason that we bought this is because it says made by Tinashe Naya Mudoka. It's not the musician Tinashe, but I just saw the name and I was like, we like Cabernets. I love Tinashe. What could go wrong? This could not be a more perfect summer evening. The air is warm, but it's like a cool breeze out. It's not hot, it's not cold. It's just like the perfect temperature out here.
The first air fryer we purchased was in our apartment.
Talent for anything to do with finding frames. We're at Stone Park again, per usual.
We have a lack of good brunch places.
Yeah, they're not close by to our apartment, really. So yeah, coming here for our breakfast. Got our coffees, as you saw. Well, I found the cozy baby. Oh, my little sewing companion. We're back from brunch. Today we're gonna have just a nice chilled day around the house. We're gonna do crafting, so I'm gonna do some sewing, Andrew's probably gonna do some painting. We also wanna get started on some prep for our future dream house, as we call it. We do have plans to leave New York eventually, but we don't really know like what town specifically we want to move in. We know we want to move to like the Philly-ish area. So a suburb of Philadelphia is definitely like the area we want to be in, but we haven't done a lot of researching of the towns that are over there. So we want to kind of start a list of different town options and then like schedule it in our calendars to make plans to go like visit and see it and tour, you know, like just kind of see what the voting demographics are like and like what kind of, you know, restaurants the town has, you know, stuff like that. So we want to start making some steps, like concrete action steps to the dream house goal. So that's on the list. We have a lot of house inspo saved. Like this has been Andrew's dream project since like forever, basically. He went to architecture school, if any of you guys didn't know that. He has an architecture degree. So he's always wanted to like design and build his own house someday, which I am more than happy to accommodate, because as you guys know, I'm very like exacting in my specifications about what I like and what I don't like, and I just doubt that we're ever gonna find a house, you know, that exists that's what we want to have. So we're just gonna start thinking about that stuff essentially. So that'll be fun. Andrew's also gonna work on refining a game that he's been designing. How long have you been working on this game?
Since the pandemic started.
Wow, okay, so like 2 years.
Yeah.
So yeah, he's been working on this game for like 2 years, and he's running his first like kind of major play test of it tomorrow. So he has a few things that he wants to tweak before running that play test, and I'm really excited for it. I told him once he does the first play test, we should do some celebration. I was gonna take him out to Maison Premier, which is this really great like oyster and cocktails restaurant in Williamsburg. So we'll do that eventually to celebrate. I'm excited for you.
Yeah.
And then you'll be working on your your painting, yeah, miniature right now, although not so miniature.
Yeah, it's huge.
It's enormous. What else do we have planned today?
Recovering from our hangover.
Yeah, we're a little delicate after yesterday. I don't know what happened. I honestly did not drink that much. I think it's just sugary.
Yeah.
Like normally I don't drink white wine. We're more of a red wine drinker. And Lindsay and Vince brought a lot of like white wine and rosé. And so I think that it's just the sugariness of the wine is probably like today. I feel fine now, but Andrew's feeling a little delicate. Sweet baby Jafar.
Keep working on that.
I know French seams are supposed to be this like super luxurious finish, but I have to be honest, I don't really like them that much. I don't like how they look. I much prefer the look of pre-serged pieces and then a pressed open hem. There are some situations where I think a French seam is like useful, especially if it's like a see-through fabric like organza or something like that. Then I like French seaming, but other than that, I don't really like French seams that much. I'm gonna do it with this pattern anyway because I think it's one of the situations when it's like the best solution for the kind of material that I'm using. It sort of depends, but aesthetically, I don't really, whatever. I finished the dress. It's a super sexy, silky, summery dress. A few thoughts. It is a very thin material. I don't think silk charmeuse does most people any favors, but I still really like it. I just think the dress would look better with shapewear underneath it and probably a little bit of nipple tape as well. Although honestly, I mean, I don't care. Everybody has nipples. It's not that big of a deal. So yeah, I mean, I think it would look better with some shapewear. I haven't hemmed it yet, by the way, because I have to let the hem drop for 24 hours. So I have to hang it on a hanger. Whenever you cut a bias cut garment, like a dress or a skirt, you should let the hem hang like overnight so that any like stretching it's gonna do, it will go ahead and do that, and then you can hem it once the hem drops a little bit. It looks like I have it pressed it here, but really the issue, it's like when I lift it up a little bit, see how that straightens out? I think it's possible that I just didn't do like the super accurate job of cutting it perfectly on bias, which is so hard to do with silky fabrics like this. But I will say that it's a win that the dress does not feel like it's like twisting around my body so much, like a little bit this way, a little bit, but not nearly as bad as other bias cut garments that I've made in the past. So I think I did do a better job of cutting this one out than I typically do. I think this dress really comes alive with styling. A blazer and some cute shoes or something to like layer it with. I mean, it is a really pretty summery dress just on its own, and I love the idea of wearing just like tons of gold jewelry with it to like play up the gold. I think past me was dead on picking out this color of fabric. I think it suits my skin tone really, really nicely. It's like not too, like if you saw me from far away, you wouldn't think I was naked, but it's like it's just a good complement for my skin tone. I think I definitely do better with a warmer color palette. But yeah, I am really happy with it. It's hard to imagine myself just like going out of the house like this with some shoes. It's like a nighttime dress, I feel. Unless I was layering it up, I think I'd feel more comfortable, but because it's so thin, I think it just needs that shapewear and some layering for me to feel comfortable wearing it out, because it is quite sexy. But I do love it though. So yeah, that's the finished dress. I'll hem it after I let the hem drop overnight. But for now, I need a new project. I don't know what to cut next. Oh, the mods that I made, I think worked out really well. So normally the Sicily slip dress would have like a much deeper V, like it's more of a pronounced hang, but because I shaved off the like part of the width of it, it's not quite as deep now, and it's a shallower hang, which I think suits me more. I like kind of like a more shallow horizontal hang to it. I just like that look more. So I think I will alter my pattern pieces permanently that I have, because I can't see myself wanting a like deeper cowl with it. I like the shallower cowl. And then I also lengthened the straps on mine. That's an alteration I frequently have to do. I measured my other Sicily slip tank and I did the same thing then. So I made the straps a little bit longer, and then I made the dress shorter. So yeah, what do you guys think? Is it something that you would make, do you think? I mean, you don't have to do it in the silk charmeuse. You could make it in like a rayon challis or a viscose crepe, or I don't know, something that's got like some drape to it, but doesn't have to be quite so unforgiving as silk charmeuse might be. But I still recommend it. I mean, I love it. I think it's a great dress. So yeah, let me know what you think. All right, 4 options for next patterns to make. Option 1, the Dream Top by Memoir Patterns in this amazing navy fabric. Option 2, the Gucci inspired skirt. The ribbon is coming tomorrow, so I'll have it in my possession to start this project. Love this idea. Option 3, you know, like those pink shorts I just finished, you know, similar to this. I want to make white version of it because I think that'll be a good wardrobe staple. This is like a gorgeous rayon linen. And then option 4, McCall's 7802 View D. There's a Karen Millen dress that I really like that I've been inspired to kind of try to dupe. And I have this really beautiful fabric that I got from my friend Grace when she did a D-stash a while ago. To be honest, I'm not sure if I have enough fabric to make a maxi length version of this dress. It may end up being shorter, but I still think it'll be a good option to use with this fabric because the bodice won't take as much fabric, so I can cut hopefully a generous enough skirt to go with it. So those are my 4 options. Trying to decide. I put a poll up on Instagram because I can't choose. Andrew thinks I should make this one, and I really, obviously I love all of them, but the reason I hesitate on this project in particular is because it's definitely the most intensive out of all of these projects. The Dream Top would be the easiest win, and if I'm gonna be sewing a wedding dress when my fabric gets here, I really think that an easier win project or something simpler would be better. So that kind of makes me lean more towards the shorts or this top because I've made this pattern already and I know it fits well. And then this top, I've not made this pattern before, but it's, you know, it looks pretty straightforward and easy. So those are my thoughts right now. Hello friends, it's 7:30 p.m. I almost didn't do it today, almost. But you know, I was just laying there and I was like, I can't have come all this way for this to be the day that I skip for like no good reason, you know? And that's what habit building is all about. That's why you make yourself do it on the days that you don't, because then you don't want to let yourself down when you feel tempted to stop, you know, because you've built up that routine, you've built up that habit. So here I am at 7:30 in the evening doing my walk. Good morning, everybody. I'm headed into the city today for my second wedding dress fitting appointment. I've done up my makeup a little heavier than I normally would. Oh, I needed to blend in that blush a little more. Anyway, I digress. It's hot, it's sweaty outside. I am super sweaty. But yeah, headed to Midtownish to go and get my second fitting. Hopefully it goes well. The first fitting went okay. There's some things in retrospect that I think I want to change now that I have seen it on, and I sent them some emails asking like, can we do this? Can we do this? And we're like, let's see when we get there, you know, like here's some options. So fingers crossed. Anyway, my train is coming. I'll catch up with you guys in a bit. So I just finished up with my second appointment. It was a little bit nerve-wracking because when I got there, she thought I was somebody else. So I guess she thought it was a different appointment today, but showed her the appointment that I had and she was like, okay, hold on a second. And so found my dress. It wasn't like totally altered yet, but it was like altered enough and like that it was fine to get a sense for what was going on, and we came up with a good plan for how to fix some of the things that I really wanted to fix on this next go round of alteration. So I'm feeling really confident, still love the dress. It's the perfect dress for me, and feeling like even more excited about it. Like sewing really comes in handy for this sort of thing because, you know, like we know our bodies best. We know what's gonna fit us best. We know what styles suit our shapes the best. It's just like, yeah, sewing has really come in handy for this entire process. You guys know that I don't love like gathered skirts, and this is definitely like a several panel, I want to say it's like an 8-panel, like very full skirt for the underskirt part of it. And when I have that much volume at the waist, it just like further emphasizes the pear-shapedness of my body, which I love my body. I'm not like, you know, trashing it in any form, but like there are certain styles that suit me better, and I love a fuller skirt, but within reason. So we came up with a good plan to like pleat it down right there, but then keep the fullness of the skirt, which I really love the drama, and yeah, so I'm really excited about it. But sewing has definitely come in handy for this process for sure. So anyway, I'm in the Rockefeller Plaza right now because I went to her studio, the seamstress studio, for the alterations this time. The first time I went to my wedding dress shop, like where I bought the dress, but this one, all the future appointments are at her studio, which is close to Rockefeller Plaza. I'm thinking about waiting for Saks to open. It opens at noon and it's like 11:30 right now-ish, because I really want to pop into Celine to see if they have a pair of sunglasses I've been eyeing up. I really want, there's this pair of Celine sunglasses that I'm like dying for, so we'll see. It's very humid out here, so I don't know how long I want to wait outside in the heat just for some sunglasses when I can come back another time. Got myself a New York classic for lunch, chicken and rice with salad, white sauce, and hot sauce. like lemon yellow, light butter yellow. The answer is no. No, do not bring back jellies. No. Andrew is still making our cold brew. I don't think we'll ever go back at this point. Sometimes we have to buy a cold brew, like a Stoke, if we've like forgotten to make one, or we'll go out and get one if we didn't make one in time, like make a cold brew, I mean, a jug. But it is delicious. And we get to buy Stumptown, which is my favorite coffee, so we can buy Stumptown beans and have that all 24/7. So yeah, it's great. Hello, it is lunchtime right now. I'm headed to the grocery to get some eggs. We're out of eggs and we need them for other recipes this week. Also, I really wanted to make a banana bread with some very ripe bananas that we have. I have a really good banana bread recipe. It's so delicious. So figure I might surprise Andrew and make a little banana bread because it's one of his favorites. Very special delivery. My veil is here. Congratulations and thank you for letting us be part of your special day. I really wanted a pearled veil in a like scatter pearl design. But the only one that I really liked that had like small enough pearls in it was from an Etsy shop in Australia. And I was really nervous that it wasn't gonna get here in time, but it got here so quickly. I think the color is like perfect. I went for a cathedral length, so very long. Oh my God, it's so beautiful. It's perfect. It's exactly what I wanted. Guys, my ribbon arrived for the Gucci inspired skirt. It is perfect. I love it. In the meantime, I've decided that even though this was by far the popular vote on Instagram, I'm gonna hold off on making this just because I know it's going to be quite an intensive project and I really love this fabric, and I don't normally make muslins, but with a plunging neckline like this, I'm almost certain that I'm gonna have to pinch out like some fabric right here because the busts are usually a little too big for me. Like they're drafted for a larger cup size, I think, than what I am. So I think I'm gonna have to muslin this bodice to see how it fits. Even though I don't love making them, but if I just make like a quick and dirty one, then I can make adjustments to it and know that this will fit perfectly, and then I don't have to worry about wasting this precious fabric because I really love it. The colors in it are really unique. I feel like depending on the light, it really changes color, and it's like kind of muted but also vibrant at the same time. I don't know, it's a really cool fabric and I'm so excited to have that in my stash. So thanks, Grace. So anyway, that's going away for now. The two projects I have left are the shorts made out of this white rayon linen, a fabulous linen. I've used it before and I absolutely love it. So if you're looking for a recommendation on a good linen to use, it's not completely opaque, just know that. I mean, it is white linen, so it's kind of to be expected, you can see, but it's fantastic for tops, lined skirts. I'm wondering if I can get away with the pleated shorts for this because the pleats will add more volume and therefore more fabric, so I'm thinking I can get away with that, but who knows. But I'm really leaning more toward the Gucci inspired skirt project. I've just been wanting to make this for a while, and it just looks really fun. And I've just been very inspired by luxury fashion lately in general, so I think I'm gonna make this one.